Hello, everybody. So here we're back. It's a new day. It's a new dawn, and I'm feeling alive. I've been phoning in the last few Darkest Dungeon videos because it's been a mixture of very tired and very sick for like the past 3 weeks, or technical problems. But this is the first time in a while where I've just been like, oi, oi, let's do it. Alright, I want to go back here for a second. Because we have an afflicted motherfucker who needs to become unafflicted. Thank you. We should definitely take this guy with us. Why aren't we? So, we have a bunch of new people to level up, seeing as how everyone we knew and loved is dead. So let's level them up. Long, short, medium. Oh, caregivers convention. Let's do this. Alright, let's actually remember trinkets because I am a smart man. God darn it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's give you the belts. And the archer ring. We want to give this guy the speed cloak. And where are we going for this? The Wield. Let's give you that as well. Gonna take this for the negative stress. Alright, heals are up. This is only a medium, so I think we're only gonna take 16 food. 1 extra shovel, 1 extra medicine heart. It's the Wield, so we want 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, 8 of these. Alright, nobody has the curse. Bow, down, 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 down. Alright, let's do this. One of these days, we're going to have to do the Baron. I'm just going to have to man up and get her done. And that will happen. I might try doing some extra recordings this week, later today. Just because it's Sunday, I'm alive, I don't have anything else going on for the first time in forever. So I can actually just do that, which is awesome. Curio quest. Already 2 of our quests are done. Which means this dungeon could end up being extremely short. Which I wouldn't hate. Especially since Grant... Ah, fuck. Well, it was nice knowing you, man. You don't even have the double, though. Alright. Rape shot. We need to kill this guy. I do still have a bit of a cough, and I'm sorry that that might get in the way. Everything else is fine. It's just there's a bit of that old phlegm in the back of my throat that just won't go away. And it's just been my life for the past few days just dealing with it. So, how about that McGregor and Mayweather fight, eh? Went to see that. Yesterday. To date, when I'm actually recording this, it's the day after the fight. It was alright. I hate Mayweather, like, a lot. He's just an asshat. I very much would have preferred for him to lose. I mean, it's not like I particularly care about McGregor. I just would like to see Mayweather lose. If that, sounds spiteful, it's only because it is. Yeah. I'm honestly not into boxing. Really? And you might say, well, if you aren't into boxing, why did you go watch a fight? Well, a friend offered me to take me with a free ticket. I'm not going to say no to hang out with a buddy for free. Though I did get a pop, which cost me $3 for a can of ginger ale with lime. Which, hey, if you didn't know about Sil, can of ginger ale and lime is his go-to drink when he's out and about on the town. It's really good. Just get a nice old lime wedge in there. Crush it up a bit with the straw. It's real good. Get blighted again, sister. Well, she resisted. You, good job. I'm fine losing that. But no, it's not as if I had a bad time with the fight. Even the pre-fights were fun, and in between, I actually got, chatted with my friend, joked around a bit, got some work done for D&D because I had a little notebook with me, and I'm currently writing out, detailed information on the planes of existence for our custom setting. So the lady working the bar thought I might have been a journalist or a reporter because I had a notebook, and in between rounds of the fights, I would open it and write a line or two. And she thought I was writing on the fights, which was pretty fun. Yeah, it was just funny. Where are we going? Is this it? No, that's Curio. Alright. Thank God we brought shovels, though. We might not have enough. Which would be annoying. If we're lucky, we'll get the third medicine pretty early. And we can just, you know what? We can just bonfire for stress relief and then bail. That'd be good for us. But no, the fight was alright. The pre-fights were alright. I have a new email. Should really silence my phone while recording, but I also use it as an alarm. No, shit, someone replied to one of my ads. Shit, someone replied to my ads looking for two of them. If he fucking takes that deal, I'll have an extra $100 in my pocket. $20 of which will probably get blown on the previous Hearthstone single adventure that happened. How much are you worth? $375? Yep. Glint to gold. But no, it was a good night. Again, I don't watch boxing. I'm not a fan of boxing. I find that honestly, boxing is just kind of bullshit. Because more often than not, it just goes to a vote for the judges, and fuck those guys. They wouldn't know a good fight if it literally hit them in the face. I prefer MMA, UFC, just because I feel that it provides a more realistic fight scenario, and this was something that happened with McGregor, right? Because again, he was an MMA fighter this was his first professional boxing match. And you can see that the most, whenever Mayweather would go low and go defensive and try to close the gap between him and McGregor, getting close, force the ref to push them further back so he could reposition. Because every time he would do that, at least for the first 4 rounds or so, McGregor would he would do the UFC thing, where that's trained into his muscles at this point, where if you get the person you're fighting to bend and you're able to get them in that position, he's supposed to be shooting. I totally forgot I took the belt with him. Um, the whole thing is once you have someone in that position, you bop them on the back of the head. You start tapping the top of their head as hard as you can, as rapidly as you can, just trying to knock them out or disorient them, which is totally illegal to do in boxing. Like, hard illegal. Like, I was very surprised that he didn't, end up getting disqualified somehow. Like, I'm surprised the ref didn't stop the fight. Just because of how many times it happened in the first 4 rounds or so. However, McGregor definitely showed that he has the discipline to deal with that habit of his. Because after the first 4 rounds, anytime, and this was a really cool moment of the fight because this is how I nerdily observe and enjoy things. Whenever he would get Mayweather in that position later in the fight, after the first however many rounds, 4 or 5 rounds or so, and he'd go for the rabbit punch like that, or hammer punch, I forget what they were calling it. He'd go to start smacking him in the top of the head. He would stop. Like, his hand would go up and start going down, and he would reflexively just stop the swing. And that has to take a lot of control. I did a few years of Taekwondo and martial arts back when I was much younger. I can definitely say, once you start a swing, stopping it is pretty difficult. Especially if, you're in an actual fight. I mean, just practice sparring, it was hard to stop a swing. If you realize that you threw too hard, or you threw at an angle that the person wouldn't be able to block, or some nonsense like that, it's just like, alright, I really should stop this swing I did. But oh no, all of my kinetic energy was thrown into pushing this forward. It's just gonna hit him right in the face, isn't it? And then it happens. And the fact that McGregor, Connor could, one, realize that what he was doing was illegal after he'd been told a few times and know that he had to stop doing it. But the fact that even if he couldn't stop the reflexes of his body from trying to do it, the fact that he could rein it in and stop mid-swing is pretty awesome. I should have gave that to the grave robber. I thought that was one that cured a bad, quirk. I forgot that was a stress nuke. But I mean, it was a good fight. If I'm not going to talk about who won, but I definitely think that it could have been played differently. Personally, I hate Mayweather. I don't think you're religious. I don't think anyone here has a disease. What do you got? You got pep talk, and that would still leave us 3, which would give us time for the chant. Yeah. Oh, that's a stress for battles shit. Alright. And you were not religious. Either way, we cut her stress down by like over half of what it had been when we started. And the fact that we got ambushed isn't that big of an issue, given the fact that these are the people who ambushed us. And they might even not get around to act. No, they probably will, just because he got knocked so far to the back. Yeah. Damn it. That was it was there. Oh god. It was definitely a good way to spend a Saturday night. The bar we were at was completely booked, sold out, and we actually spent like the first, I'd say 2.5 hours of the fight, in the wrong seat. and we got moved just as the main event was about to start. Or no, it was like halfway through the last of the free fights when we got moved. When they realized we were in the wrong seat. Which, I mean, we had no idea, right? I had never been to the bar before. I'll tell you what, though, getting food or drink was a nightmare. Like, I swear, they had like 8 people on staff, and it wasn't that big of a bar. I mean, there was easily less than 100 people there. I feel, you know what, there might have been like 120 people. But I mean, it's not like all of them would have been ordering food. And admittedly, probably most of them were drinking. I wasn't. But I know some of them were. And it was just, it was a mess. I think it was probably, oh my god. Well, this whole mission just is a failure. Like, because now 2 more people have the Crimson Curse, and they're just gonna need to be released. We need to go do the Baron and see if that gets our infestation rank down. And again, the worst part is this fight was optional. I just wanted to fucking push it. Get a little bit of extra loot. It's a dizzying fall. Yes, we know. No, I think the big issue the staff had was they were also drinking as they were serving. So, you know. And they were, because I was watching them buy the booze from the manager. One of them just set up a tab, like handed him her debit card. Oh, sorry. Which just can't be good if you're trying to actually make money at your job. However, we get our treatment wards for free, which is good. However, of course, you know, almost 50% of our roster has the Crimson Curse, which is bullshit. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of that. Who else has diseases? I wish you could cure the Crimson Curse. I mean, maybe you do if you beat the DLC, like the final boss. I think that could be cool. If that's a thing. Alright, you have a fear of beasts and a weak grip. Yeah, we need to get rid of all this shit. Can we get a 3rd room on that? No, that's just the cost. Alright. You have a turn rotator though. That's ranged though, so I don't really care. Stress Eater is kinda bad. These are both melee, right? Yeah. Who sent me a text? Alright. Belgareth, Witness, Lazy Eye. Yeah, let's get rid of that. While we can. I wish we had more cells, though. Yeah, damn. We really want the treatment ward. That would have been much better for us. Oh well. It'll be easier to go next time. What do you need for this? Everything level 3. Alright. Well, we did an alright video, guys. We'll be back next time. And I think sometime in the next 2 weeks or so, we're probably going to make a play at the Baron. Awesome.